Hi, I'm Gabriel from Black Force Comics.
And I'm Joe from Child's Play Games and Geekery.
And this is going to be our Star Wars The Force Awakens spoiler review, where we're going to give you our humble opinion on what we saw as we viewed this movie numerous times.
Mm-hmm. And we saw it twice, so we are giving it a fair shot.
Yes, exactly.
So why don't we just start with what was your overall impression?
Overall impression, again, getting out of the way that this is not Star Trek, so there's a lot of stuff. It's like, how does that make sense? It doesn't. It's Star Wars. It's Disney Star Wars, so it's not going to make sense. But overall impression, it was good, and it was as good as I expected it to be, but it wasn't better than what I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, the trailers did make it look pretty epic, so
yeah.
You know, I think I rate the trailers a little bit higher
than the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. I mean, to me, it was just, I think I had too high expectations. So when I saw it the second time, I was able to enjoy it more because I kind of saw where they were going with it now.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's definitely feels like a big prologue.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Leading up to episodes 8 and 9.
Yeah, for sure. Which is a good new trilogy. But, you know, we obviously have a lot of allusions to the original, you know, to A New Hope.
Well, I mean, look at it starts off with a girl working in a junkyard town on a desert planet being chased by... That's...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a droid, again, that's being chased.
Come on now. I think this is getting old. Enough desert planet, that's where the hero comes from. I don't want to see a hero come from a desert planet anymore. I want to see him come from, like, I don't know, some lush jungle land. As long as it's not Jar Jar Binks.
Well, Princess Leia did, you know, host the resistance on that lush green planet, which, you know, amazed Rey. So
it did. She didn't know that there was that amount of green in the galaxy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, poor Rey.
But you know, obviously, it's interesting because you know we know J.J. Abrams was big on the nostalgia factor. I mean, it's been in their world. It's been 30 years since the Empire was defeated, and nothing has changed as far as the ship design or anything like that. You know. And, you know, we get it, it's, like we said, it's all nostalgia, but for the story purpose, you know, one of my friends had a theory that, well, it's because the Empire messed things up so bad that it's taken them that long to rebuild. And now all that's gone again because the First Order destroyed the Republic. So.
And, you know, it's still the same thing, though.
Mm-hmm. It's
just bigger now. There's got, instead of the Death Star, they have the Star Killer, and it's a big planet.
Yeah. And I know they also did talk about that when we get to 9, you know, and you have all 9 of the movies now instead of 6, is that the saga is basically about the Skywalker family. So, which brings up the big question of the hour: who is Rey's?
Rey is the daughter of Luke Skywalker and Leia. Spoiler. Now you know the truth. No, you know, she has to be Luke's daughter.
Yeah.
And it would make sense that if it was Mara Jade, and Mara Jade kind of got away from Luke and took the daughter and left her with, you know, whoever, because she knew she couldn't take care of him because she had to go do whatever she does.
But do you really think that they will introduce Mara Jade? Because we've already seen that in the spirit of the expanding universe, you know, you had Han Solo's son still turn evil, which apparently he can't escape that fate no matter what universe he's in.
Yep. His son is evil. Kylo Ren is indeed Han Solo's son and Leia's son.
I hope we said we were going to spoil this, right?
Yeah, it's a spoiler review. That's what we're telling you. It's spoilers.
We'll say it on the title, though.
Yes.
And it's already been over a week, and we've already seen it twice. So why haven't you seen it once yet?
Come on.
It's already made $517 million. Why are some of those dollars not yours?
Put it on your Christmas wish list.
Yeah, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Nice viewing for Christmas Day.
Instead of watching Hateful Eight, you can go watch that. Which, in preparation for this review, I watched Hateful Eight and The Revenant.
Oh.
Which were almost better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say that, but you know, yeah.
But you know, it's definitely you know, it hit everything that I'm sure Star Wars fans would love. You know, you got Han Solo back, you got Chewie back. You know, one of my friends made a comment that this was going to be the Han Solo movie. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why it was going to focus on him, and that's why Luke wasn't in the posters because he just ends up at the end. You know,
The very end, very brief clip, and he's like, it's like he almost has to take a turd kind of look. That's Luke's look at the very end.
As I heard it put, most intense staring contest ever.
Ever. As the helicopter goes around them.
The battle, the lightsaber battle at the end was really cool, especially when Rey took over. She.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my big thing.
Mhm.
You have Rey, who she's got some experience fighting with the bow staff. She has bow staff skills, and so she has that experience. I can understand how it can easily turn into a one-handed yielding weapon, and the skill behind that happens. But Finn picks up the lightsaber, and he's all. But you know, Kylo Ren makes it kind of look like he's just playing around with Finn until Finn actually gets a hit off of him, and then he knocks him out.
Yeah.
But picking it up right away like that, and that just kind of bugged me.
Yeah, well, for Rey, I guess I could accept it because she is pretty strong with the Force. They made that pretty evident, you know. And so let's get to the other big thing: is did you shed a tear when Han Solo died?
The bridge. There's a bridge. Whenever you see a bridge in a movie, and there's two people going on that bridge, only one of them is going to leave that bridge. Just know that it's proven. It's scientific.
Yes, and in anticipation of this, to prove this point, I have gone over some famous bridges that did not end well for people in movies. Gandalf, the Bridge of Khaldun.
But I think he was just stealing the XP for himself on that one.
Yeah.
Just to level up.
Gwen Stacy, she died on a bridge.
Yeah.
This one I forgot to confirm. It's been a long time since I've read Sherlock Holmes, but wasn't there a bridge near the waterfall that they both fell off?
That's what they fell off.
I know he came back later, but still, he fell off a bridge.
And one man came back.
Exactly. Magneto, he lifted the entire San Francisco. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. In The Dark Knight Rises, all the bridges to Gotham blown up. Here's a random Star Wars tie-in: the bridge over the River Kwai, which has the actor Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, and him and his troops blow up the bridge there.
Yes.
Then you also have the bridges in Madison County where Clint Eastwood falls in love. Now, that alone is dangerous.
That is. Love is a dangerous thing.
I mean, the Decepticons have the space bridge, you know.
Space bridge on the Decepticons, yes.
And isn't when a novel, it's abridged, isn't that mean they cut things out?
Does that mean that they change things?
I don't know. Anyway, point is, bridges are not good. So, I know for me, I just felt
Avoid bridges.
Yeah, I felt the welling up because I was like, it's gonna happen, and it happened.
I think the first time I saw it, I think I was like, I knew it was gonna happen, but I was still just kind of in shock of it, like, oh my gosh.
Well, you know, Harrison Ford always said that he wanted to be killed in Return of the Jedi, and George Lucas told him no. So, I figured he'd only agreed to come back just because of that.
Yeah. And then he's gonna be in 9, but it's gonna be flashback type deals.
No, you think so? I think he's done. I don't think he's
so?
gonna do any more.
Or not 9, I'm sorry, 8. He's gonna be in 8.
No, I mean he's not a Jedi. He's not Force sensitive. He's not gonna show up as a ghost. So.
But he's gonna show up as flashbacks.
We'll see. I don't see Harrison Ford coming back.
Kylo Ren as a young boy. I love you, Dad.
Maybe.
Harrison Ford as, you know.
Now I do look forward to Leia smacking her son around for what he did to his dad. Either the next episode or number 9. It's gonna happen. Just you mark my words.
So she's gonna slap him?
Yeah, she's gonna force slap him a few times.
And then hug him?
Maybe.
Hug it out.
So what else? What else is our impression of this movie? Like I said, I really did have to see it twice because, you know, it was hard, you know, to not expect so much. But I will say I do like the new characters. I don't think that there was a new character that I didn't like. I liked even the ones that I was disappointed they didn't have much more screen time, like Poe Dameron. He was
Yeah.
awesome. I liked him. I
Yeah.
liked. He had kind of a little of Han Solo-esque, nature, kind of a little bit cocky, but he was likable.
Phasma.
Yes, that
Captain
was the
Phasma.
one. That was the one that I was like, why?
Well, yeah,
Where was she?
Her scene was kind of, I really didn't get anything out of her scene at all.
Yeah.
There was nothing to it. There was nothing behind it. Like, you never really even saw her take off the helmet. She was in the helmet the whole time, and so it's emotionless.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a voice
Yeah.
coming out of a bucket.
But I know we're gonna get more of her, so there's gonna be something there. And of course, I mean, there's a ton of new characters to introduce, and you have to focus on Rey and Finn, and
And rebuilding the Jedi Order. I mean, I think that's what they're going to go with. They're going to go with rebuilding the Jedi Order, starting with Luke's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Rey, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But here's an interesting theory that I had saw online, that Kylo Ren is actually a Jedi, but he's becoming a Sith to get to the Supreme Counselor, whatever his name is.
Oh, Supreme Leader Snoke.
Supreme Leader Snoke. So he's having to do these terrible deeds because he knows that's the only way he'll become a Sith, to get close enough to Supreme Snooki. So he's doing these things.
I mean,
It's an interesting theory.
It's going to be interesting too, because I know that they said that Hayden Christensen might make an appearance in one of the next ones, and I mean, he was talking to Darth Vader's charred helmet, so that may be the only link to the prequels we see later.
Yeah.
Because
flashback. Flashback.
No, I think he could potentially be a Jedi ghost that comes and talks to Kylo, and finally is like, if he truly was redeemed, which I believe he was, he's gonna be like, "What's wrong with you, boy?"
And slap him.
Yeah.
Phantasmal slap.
He'll slap him from one side, and Leia will slap him from the other.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. What else?
Now, do you think Kylo was scarred in that last battle? I couldn't tell, but I think he had a slash.
Oh
across
yeah,
his
when
face.
Rey fought him at the very end on the planet as it was just falling apart on the Starkiller planet, she got him. There was a slash. It went across like that.
Yeah.
He was...
Because that's the thing too, is that to me he's more the ideal way that Anakin should have been portrayed. It's like, Kylo had those temper tantrums in the movie, but they weren't like dumb. They were actually like believable, and he had.
They weren't overly emo.
Yeah, and he had to have that because that's part of the dark side. Is you're angry, And they even put through some comedy in there, when the stormtroopers had to turn around and walk out.
It was hilarious. There's some good parts in there. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. It had, at the beginning, it had a good lead up, saying, the character development was there at the very beginning, leading up until they captured Rey. Mm-hmm. And when they captured Rey, it seemed like it just started jumping forward for me. Like, they just pushed everything real fast. They kind of skipped over her developing the powers, and all of a sudden she's got these powers now, and she's using her Jedi mind tricks and doing everything. It happened really, really fast for me. Mm-hmm. The beginning was slow, and then the end sped up. I felt like they were rushing it.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, it's still a standard 2-hour and 15-minute movie,
Yeah.
like the other Star Wars movies, which are always longer,
5 hours.
So here's another. I mean, there's a ton of theories out there, but one of the more interesting ones I thought about Rey was there's an argument that she's got Kenobi blood in her somewhere.
Kenobi blood.
Yeah.
So it's the daughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. But it was an argument that there could be, that when Obi-Wan renounced the Jedi. Well, he didn't renounce them, but I mean, there was no more Jedi Order, so nobody to oversee him. So the desert gets lonely, and it's not his daughter specifically. They're saying there's a gap, a generation gap somewhere in there.
His granddaughter.
Yeah, that would be his granddaughter actually. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. I'm still going with the whole Luke.
Yeah,
it's the most.
Well, here's the thing. When she was with little orange lady. Mm-hmm. The saber called out to her.
Yeah.
Luke's saber called out to her, and gave her all these flashbacks. And also, she's powerful in the Force. She's gonna end up with a purple lightsaber.
Think so?
She's gonna end up with a purple lightsaber with dual thingies like Darth Maul had.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that would be.
Because she has bow staff skills.
Yeah. Good call, sir. I didn't catch that.
Calling it purple lightsaber, bow staff.
Double-bladed purple lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Think we'll get it by the second one?
I hope so.
See, because that's the thing. Like, you know, they say that it's already mirroring the original trilogy. Because I mean, you had another Death Star, you had another trench run.
Yes.
You know, you had all the setup
coming from a sand planet.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so the next one, you know, Luke's gonna be Yoda basically training her. And so that's where she'll learn, you know, her skills, and maybe where he helps her build a lightsaber. And then, but then will we get our Empire Strikes Back moment? Will we get our moment of, oh no, they're losing?
Yeah, she's going to turn to the dark side.
No, not that she's going to turn to the dark side, but I mean, by the end of Empire, they were losing. You know?
Yeah. But here's the thing, I think she could turn to the dark side, because she has that Force strong power. She's very strong in the Force, and that's a Force strong power. She has that ability. I mean, like, if you think about it, oh my gosh, Samuel L. Jackson. Mm-hmm. He could have been on the dark side if he wanted to. He had that same Force strong power that she does. Mm-hmm. That's what gives you that purple lightsaber.
Yeah. I could throw it around on us and have her turn evil and have Kylo turn good. So.
Exactly.
But after killing his father, probably not.
Yeah.
I think that was meant to show that he's turned. I think that was his last straw, basically.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, he asked Han Solo, "Will you help me?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you noticed he didn't do it until the sun went out.
Yeah, he did wait for the sun to go out.
The light literally left.
Again, they had the exhaust port on this planet. The sun got sucked in, and they blew up the planet again with the exhaust port getting in there.
Kind of. It just turned back into a sun, basically.
Yeah. But I here's my thing. I'm kind of turned off by the same storyline almost. I wanted something new. And it is the same story. It really is. There's not a difference. Luke Skywalker is going to end up being on Rey's back on episode 8. Being carried through the swamps.
Well, it's also, you know, it's that, you know, does history repeat itself? I mean, are we just being meant to be taught the same lesson, different generations? You know, because I was actually kind of bothered at first. Remember we had the whole, is Luke going to be evil discussion?
Yes.
Because the trailers, you know, just kind of left that open, you know. And to me, that would have undermined the whole original saga, which was Anakin went down the wrong path and Luke went down the right path. So if that's still the case, then what's happening now? You know, is it just again now it's another generation that gets to pick? You know, and I understand that's the nature of this type of story. You know, it's based on, you know, what's called the monomyth, which is, you know, been around for centuries. You know, exactly what you described.
Yeah.
You know, that lone hero that has the followers, you know, lead them on the path, and you know, that's why Star Wars resonates with people so much, because it's ingrained in us, you know.
They're looking for that story.
But you can definitely tell by the reaction that people are loving this one, you know. And,
no, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy it. I love Star Wars.
What about favorite of the new characters?
Favorite of the new characters is not going to be Simon Pegg's character. No. I hadn't really thought about that. Well, you go first, and then
I mean, it's definitely Rey. Just because
Rey.
I really liked her story arc. I liked the relationship between her and Finn, that it wasn't so forced like Anakin and Padme, you know, and that they ended up, you know, kind of, you know, showing like they kind of started liking each other there.
Yeah.
But then fate tears them apart again because he's injured. She's running off to go see Luke, so it's like, now maybe nothing's going to happen. I don't know. You know, that just because you end up in a situation like that with somebody doesn't mean it's going to blossom into something. But of course it's a movie, so
it has to be there.
Yeah.
Speaking of her running off, she runs a lot. She runs a lot. My hat's off to her for her running skills. My favorite character of the new characters would be Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
Poe Dameron.
And that's pretty good to say, considering he didn't have a lot. I mean, he had a really great intro.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
Yeah, he was at the very beginning. At the very beginning, he was the first character we met, and then one of the last characters we saw.
Yeah. And apparently from what I've found is that the novel actually shows what he deals with from the TIE Fighter crash until he goes with the Resistance and attacks them. So, you know, again, that's probably why the fast forwarding, because there's so much story to tell.
Yeah, and there's numerous books that came out. And if you haven't read any of the comic books that came out, they kind of give you a story of what happened after Episode 6 up until 10 years before Episode 7. So get out and get the comics. There's several new novels out that are put out as part of the Star Trek Disney universe. So get those novels to really find out what's happening.
Yeah, but it's definitely great to have Star Wars again in theaters.
It is.
Now we start the countdown to Episode 7, but don't forget about Rogue One coming out next year.
Yes, Rogue One. I'm looking forward to Rogue One. I think it's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That and Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm throwing it out there. I'm sorry.
He had the trailer for it in Star Wars. So
yes.
he's
Batman, Superman as well.
He's still the producer. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Way to go, JJ. Keep it up.
Any final thoughts, sir?
Final thoughts. Like I said, I did enjoy it. It is a good movie. Get out there and see it. There's no reason why you shouldn't see it. Take your kids. Take your enemies. Take your mother-in-law. Take whoever you can.
Didn't you just repeat yourself? No.
I actually love my mother-in-law. She's pretty
I do too.
freaking awesome.
See, it's on video.